Hello and welcome to another of my moto vlogs. Today I decided to take a drive up into the North Frontenac County area to check out some crown land between Kashmakamak Lake and Big Gull Lake. It's a huge cottage country area, and decided to explore it because I've never been up here before. You may notice that there are lights on my dash, yellow lights, and that means that I just went over the 8,000 kilometer mark, so I need an oil change and other maintenance items, and that is on the schedule for Sunday. Anyway, I might make a video of changing the oil and etc. Anyway, today I've decided to take a little ride. It's a lot cooler than I thought it would be today. It's feels like fall, and the wind is quite cool. Here I am passing through the small town of Harlow. Now, I looked this up on the internet to see what information I could find on the history of the town, but I could find nothing at all. Apparently there's an old cemetery or two around here, so I'll have to check that out sometime or other. So now I am passing along the road below Kashmakamak Lake. And every once in a while a driveway will go off to a cottage or a group of cottages off to the left. There wasn't too much traffic, being a Thursday, but there are a few people up here out and about on such a nice sunny day. The road was quite good. There's the local dump, I guess. And it's beautiful back here. The trees started to get quite large and mature, and the road stayed quite good for a while. And then I got to the end of the maintained road, as per the sign. So I did the only thing I could do at this point, and went ahead onto the unserviced roads. They actually weren't too bad. They were a little bumpy, and I took it slow on the hills and around corners, because there were a few blind hills and a few ruts from recent rains. But on the whole, it was quite nice. A nice ride. The crown land that I am going toward is only part of the county, in the middle of between Big Gull and Kashmakamak Lake. Is one of the few vehicles I passed. Well, there's a large rock left behind by a glacier, I imagine. Quite neat to imagine a rock like that, and many of them have been here for millions of years. And there used to be a glacier large enough to move something like that. Anyway, now I'm on the road through the Crown Land. This is passing between the Twin Lakes. Yeah, it's a beautiful area through here, very quiet and all Crown Land, so you can stop anywhere and put into one of the lakes if you have your kayak with you. There are not too many places to pull off with a car or a trailer, though, or Even my small car would have a hard time to find a spot. But I wouldn't mind coming up here sometime with the kayak and checking out some of the ponds, lakes. Now I'm getting close to the other side of the Crown Land area, and went down this side road to see where it led, and there's a cottage down there, so I just turned back at this point, get back into the Crown Land area. I'm quite used to driving on gravel at this point, so nothing really throws me except soft gravel and sand. You have to be careful with those because they could just push your wheel sideways, and before you know it, you're over. But here I stop because I see a trail off to the left here, and because I see a few rocks, I think I walked down just to check out the situation and see where it went. And this is where I went. I don't think this lake, this small pond, has a name, but it really is a beautiful little area. I have to bring my fishing rod up here. I kind of wonder if there's any fish in small ponds like this. I know there can be. Anyway, after checking out the trail and where it leads to, I take the scooter down. Has a little bit more clearance than my previous scooter, and the larger 16-inch wheels do help with that. But I just take it slow, and it's quite handles it quite well. It's not it's not a dual sport ADV bike by any chance, but by any means, but it sure gives me an adventurous ride. It's a lot of fun too. Great place to stop for lunch. I love this spot. Beautiful. Anyway, I think I'll go now and explore some more areas in this Crown Land. Well, there weren't too many other spots that I could actually drive right down with the scooter right away, but I did walk into a couple of areas that looked kind of interesting to me. This was one of them. This was a little rough, but if you wanted to, you could probably take the scooter down. Nice to explore though and look at potential places to camp. These were close to the main road though, so I probably wouldn't camping areas like this. I usually like to find a spot that's a little further away from traffic, no matter how little. Here's another one another spot I tried. A little steep, a little drop here. Doesn't really look like it on the camera, but it is. And if it's wet, you'd have problems getting back out with a bike or a scooter. But this is quite a nice little area. Nice spot next to the lake. On Crown Land, you need to you can't camp next to a lake. You can. I think it's 100 feet or something like that. Don't quote me on that though, because it may be more. But in other words, they don't want people camping right on the lakes. There's another little trail here. I just walked down it just to see the possibilities. Nice little trail, obviously just used by four-wheelers, but it did get quite rough, so not the best kind of thing for a scooter, and started to get a little muddy, and it didn't really lead to anywhere right away. One day it would be worth a walk down there though to see where exactly it goes. So just on my way back, and at Myers Cave, little town of Myers Cave, I decided to stop and take a look at the falls. Oh, this is nice.
Beautiful. So the old foundations to something, maybe the previous bridge, or maybe there was a mill here or something. Just jumped onto the other side of the road. Let's see what's over here.